everyone, and welcome once again. My name is Trudy, and I am building a unique flower farm in central Newfoundland, Zone 4B. If you're new here, welcome, and if you're not new, glad to have you guys back again. So today, here now, I just pulled out all my perennials out of the bottom of my refrigerator, trying to figure out what am I going to start next. And yes, I'm already running out of room in my grow room, but oh well, that's not gonna stop me. Anybody that knows me know that I'm determined, and where there's a will, there's a way, for sure. So today's St. Paddy's Day. Hope you guys all got your green on. We are only 3 days from the first of spring. Today, outside it's raining. There is indication that spring is just around the corner. I'll take you guys out on my back patio so you can see how much snow we still have to go. So as you can see, lots and lots of snow. It's going to be a while before I can get down to that farm. As I'm going down through my seeds here, see what I got, just wondering what I'm going to plant next. I think it's going to be this. And this is a banana sasha daisy, which I've received in a seed swap from Sherry over in Deer Lake. I'm looking forward to growing this one. And I think I'm going to start this one with traditional method. Just put some soil in a container and sprinkle these seeds on top. And your sasha daisy does not need to be covered with soil. Now I'm going to take you guys into the grow room and give you a little update. And yes, that room is full. So all my racks now are full. Lots of green. The windowsill's full. And all these here are full. Things that have been growing great. I don't know if you guys been following me with the school program. The Tiny Tim tomatoes are doing awesome. I got that many. I'm going to sell some of them. I'll probably keep half a dozen or so for the farm, and I will be starting lots more in the next couple of weeks or so. And the bell peppers from the Grow Along program with the kids is doing awesome, and I've got another video recorded for that project, which I will be releasing now in the next few days. And before I forget, remember when I was cleaning up and bringing my geraniums out of my crawl space, and I took you guys out in my garage, and all you could see was a little bit of white on those geraniums? Well, remember I had cracked off a piece and I stuck it in soil. Didn't die, it's rooted, and it's got some new growth coming. So the one that was in the blue container, which was really white and straggly, here it is. Now I think that was only probably like 2.5, 3 weeks ago. So this plant has done great. So eventually now I'm going to start taking some cuttings when I'm ready. I want for it to put on more growth, and then I'll start taking some cuttings, and I'll show you guys how to do that. Here we have some 6-packs, which I'm going to pot up now soon into 3-inch pots. This is the Elegano Sweet Finger Peppers from the Philippines. And these are the golden chain trees, which are probably anywhere from 4 to 6 inches. I'm going to be selling some of these now just to get moving and make some room in my grow room. So I got 2 trays of them, looking great. I've got some 6-packs of yellow bell peppers done up, if anybody's interested. And these are the Rainbow Mix Coleus. They're still quite small, so hopefully now they'll start putting on some growth that I got them potted up into the 6-packs. And I've got some jalapeno peppers, which eventually as they get bigger, I'll pot those up and put them into 3-inch pots and sell them individually. On my last video, I had showed you guys how I had given my onions a trim. So the ones that I had given a trim to were the sweet onion and the red onion. I didn't show you the Walla onion, which is doing very poorly. I was blaming myself, but my friend came by and she had bought the same seed from the same company, and I was telling her about my poor germination rate on my Walla onions, and I only got 2 that germinated. And she told me that she had the exact same problem, and she's a very experienced gardener, and I now believe that wasn't my problem or hers. I think it's the seed. So whether it was old seed or what, I don't know, but both of us are not happy with the amount of germination we received on these seeds. And that's my friend Roxanne, who has a beautiful garden. And like I said, I think Roxanne is a more experienced gardener than me. So I told her, I said, I'm coming to your garden this summer and I'm going to do a video and share with the world your garden. So she grows lots of vegetables. She do grow some flowers, but she's got a fabulous garden. It's a mature garden and it's just gorgeous. So I'll share all that with you guys later on the summer. And anybody else out there wants me to come and do a video in your garden, love to do it. And these are my Hungarian hot wax peppers that I didn't start until March the 5th. So I got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 germinated so far. Hopefully now some more will come in. And the snapdragons that I had seeded last week are just starting to pop out of the soil. And at the same time, I had planted some thyme, which got quite a few germination on those. So those are under the grow light. And what else do we have? Petunias. So I've been potting up my petunias now in 6-packs, and they won't be long now before they'll be nice and bushy, and I'll be selling those. This is the sweet basil that I have planted, just starting now to break through the soil. Some people say you're best off waiting until you have 50 to 60% germination rate before you put your seedlings under the grow light. For me, as soon as I start seeing them poke through the soil, I just put it right under my grow light. I'm not taking any chances of those seedlings getting leggy. And these are my pansies. I'll pot it up in 6-packs. They are putting on some nice growth also. And these are my violas. Jolly Jump Up also put on some nice growth. Looking great there. Quite pleased with those. I would definitely be buying these again in the future. When you purchase a package of seeds, you get a lot of seeds and you get great germination. That's a win-win for me. Also with that Grow Along program with the kids, like this miracle plant keeps getting bigger and bigger each day. It's got a nice bud here. That hopefully now in the next week or so we'll have some flowers on that. What else do we have? And these are the marigolds that I did start with the kids, and like you can see there's lots of buds there emerging. And bell peppers. Got bell peppers coming out of my yang. Come get your bell peppers. They are growing so fast. This year is just unreal. The bell peppers germination rate was totally awesome, and now the growth is just wicked. Actually, some of these now are ready to be potted up into 3-packs. So guys, get your peppers while they're still in the 6-packs for $6, because if not, once they go in that 3-inch pot, $3 each. So big savings if you want to grab your bell peppers. And like I say, bell peppers, bell peppers, bell peppers. So I'm not just going to continue showing you those. What else do we have? So this is the stock that I started last week. Still not poking through the soil. Hopefully now that'll happen soon. And these are some burgundy Gerber daisies that I got in Seed Swap. Still no germination on them, and I planted them. Should have wrote the date on the container, but I didn't. But no luck so far. And I tried these seeds before with no luck. So if the weather keeps improving, probably in the next week or so, I'm going to take a run down to the farm just for a look. I know I'm not going to be able to be doing much down there because there's still lots of snow. But actually I haven't been down there since, only once since last year. Got a call back in January from my friend neighbor down there, Megan. And it was dark. It was probably like going on towards 6 o'clock in the afternoon. And she's like, actually she messaged me. She's like, did you give someone permission to come in on your land and have a bonfire? And I'm like, bonfire? No, I don't think so. And anyway, so me being me, going panic mode. I'm like, somebody's down there burning down my farm. So I told her I was on my way down. Here it was, a foggy January night. I'm scooting in the highway. So the whole man was all tied up with the hockey. So I calls my Aunt Wanda while I'm on the way down to the farm. And I'm like, somebody's down on the land having a bonfire. And she's like, you want us to go down too? And I'm like, yes, go down with me. So that I don't know what I'm going to have to face. I was thinking it was a bunch of young ones down there having a party and having a fire. Anyway, when we got down there, it wasn't young ones. It was older ones, but fortunately they weren't on my land. They were on the land next to me. So that was still somebody else's private land, which they shouldn't have been having a bonfire on. But anyway, all was good. I didn't get to see the farm because it was dark. Hopefully now I'll get down there in the next week or so. Take care, guys, and have a great day.